Hey, how's it going today? Today I'm gonna save you some money, but first I gotta finish my run. See you back in the lab. Welcome back to Goalie Training Pro TV, or if you're new here, welcome. Have a look around, make yourself at home. Don't forget to hit the like button to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, make sure you hit the bell. You know what to do. My name's Maria Mountain. I'm an exercise physiologist by trade, and I help goalies like you win more games with fewer injuries. And today we are talking about the Whoop strap versus the Apple Watch. So if you've been thinking of getting either one of those, this is for you. And I think we're gonna roll this whole thing outside today. It's a pretty nice day. It's getting to be that time of the summer where it's like, better take advantage while I can. So we live in a construction zone. You're gonna hear some construction noise going on, but it just adds to the organicness of the whole experience. So I think most of you know what the Apple Watch is. Boom, it's this. If you don't know what the Whoop strap is, you're like, oh, that sounds like fun. The Whoop strap looks like this. You also wear it on your wrist. I've used both, and today I'm going to share with you my experiences, some of the differences, what I liked, what I didn't like, and ultimately what I chose. So, Apple Watch is basically an extension of your iPhone that you wear on your wrist. So you can put apps on there, you can look at pictures on there, you can listen to music, there's a GPS, it's kind of everything, right? You can talk on the phone through your Apple Watch. What is the Whoop strap? Well, the Whoop strap measures different metrics. So it measures your heart rate variability. It measures variations in your heart rate. So how big is the drop from sort of your waking heart rate to your absolute resting heart rate. It can monitor your sleep, and then it pulls in all this data and gives you, helpful information about your readiness for training, your training load, your recovery, your quality of sleep, how much, exercise you did. It also tracks your exercise. So that's what each one does. What you really want to know is, what can Whoop do that the Apple Watch can't? I think the Whoop strap does an amazing job of showing your stress and strain and your recovery, your readiness to train again. And it makes it very simple, and you don't have to hunt around for it. It just kind of tells you, like, yeah, you're at 83%, you're good to go. Or, or it might show you a yellow, like, oh, just a little caution. Or it might show you a red, which means, hey, you're depleted or you're not sufficiently recovered. You might want to think twice before you do that workout. I really like how it presents data over time in the app. I think it's, just a really user-friendly interface. You can get in, see what you want to see over an extended period of time. Another cool thing about the Whoop strap is, if you don't want to be wearing something on your wrist when you're actually playing hockey or doing other activities, it has a little kind of neoprene sleeve, so you can wear it on your upper arm, and it's not in the strap. So you would put it in the neoprene sleeve. There's a little kind of donut to help, not like donuts, but a little donut that helps protect it when you're doing a sport or a contact sport. So that's kind of cool too, because some people don't want to wear their Apple Watch out on the ice and risk getting it smashed by a puck.
Oh no!
Makes sense. Now let's talk about what the Apple Watch can do that the Whoop strap cannot. Number one, tell you the time. So we get another look at the Whoop strap. It is just that. It doesn't even have like a cheesy little thing where like lights light up to show you what time it is. You're just wearing it on your wrist. It won't even tell you the time. I have to use the iPhone interface to access the data that is coming from the Whoop. So, with my Apple Watch, if I'm doing a workout, I can just start it from the workout, finish it from my watch, see what my data is right on my watch. With the Whoop strap, I have to I don't know if you can download it directly to your desktop, I'm not sure, but you have to sync it with your phone to get that data. With my Apple Watch, I can also add in other apps, the hockey tracker app. So when I'm playing hockey, I can track, you know, my distance, my speed, my acceleration, those kinds of things specific to hockey. I use a couple different apps that I'll tell you about later, but one is the Fitiv or Fitiv, I don't know how you pronounce it, and the other is the Heart Watch, which gives me some data that I'm interested in. Whereas with the Whoop strap, you're just using the whoop whoop. The other thing I like about my Apple Watch is that while I'm training, I can have a peek and see what my heart rate is as I go along. Whereas again, with the Whoop strap, it's just, I'd just be looking at a band on my wrist. Apple Watch also does, if you get sort of the top of the line Apple Watch, you also get oxygen saturation levels in your blood, so it'll measure the percentage of oxygen saturation, and you can also do ECG readings from your watch. Now, before I tell you my preference, which I think you've probably guessed already, I'm interested to know, do you use a Whoop strap or an Apple Watch, or is there another wearable that you really, really like? Tell me about it in the comments. Tell me what your experiences are with it. Tell me what you really like, or maybe what you don't like so much about it. Now I'm going to tell you what I like. So as you can tell from the video, my pick was the Apple Watch. I actually sent my Whoop strap back. Nothing against Whoop, but there were a few reasons why it was like, okay, this isn't worth the money. Whoop is an annual subscription. So the Apple Watch, I buy the watch and I have it. And I think most of the features that I'm talking about, other than the oxygen saturation and maybe the ECG, are available from like the level 3 up. So you don't need the top of the line Apple Watch. So for about what you might pay for an annual subscription for Whoop, you could get into a mid-range Apple Watch. But a few of the reasons that I sent mine back, it just bugged me that it didn't tell time. It's like, why can't you just make it at least tell time? It has a recharger, like the way you charge the battery is you charge this little sort of pod, and then that little pod, we'll see if we can post, Kevin, post a picture here. That little pod goes on top of it, but then it kind of makes the thing clunky to wear around while it's recharging. So I just found that a bit clunky. And yes, the battery in the Whoop lasts way longer than the Apple Watch. Like it lasts like 5 days, you know, it lasts days and days. This, I charge it pretty much every day, but you know, I just have a routine. It's part of my routine now. I get up, if I'm traveling, I charge it at night when I'm sleeping. But if I'm working, I'll just charge it, you know, in the first few hours of my workday when I'm just at the desk, not really doing anything anyway. So I'll just set it on the charger, it charges up really quick, and then I fire it back on. So as you're probably getting a sense that I like to know what time it is because I have a lot of appointments and schedules, and I'm very like regulated in my schedule or regimented in my schedule. So I want to know what time it is as we go. So that meant that I had to wear a watch and a Whoop band, and I just didn't like wearing two sort of fairly big watch looking things on my wrists. And the final reason that I sent my Whoop strap back is that it didn't change my behavior remarkably. So when I would look at it and, you know, so there's something, if you look at it and you're like, man, I feel so tired and really run down, and you look at it and it says that you're red, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, that explains it. But a lot of times it's like, yeah, I feel ready to go. I'm awesome. Like, I feel great. My energy's like an 8 out of 10. And I'd look at that thing and it's like, you had you know, it doesn't say this, but like you look at your dad and it's like, your sleep sucked. You got no recovery. You're in the red zone. And it, like, kind of psychologically, it's like, oh, but I thought I was feeling good. But now I feel tired. You know? So it, like, and even though, you know, and if I felt good and it said your red zone, it was like, huh, and I'd go do my training anyway. If I felt tired and it showed I was in the green zone, I would still have done my training anyway. So it didn't change my behavior. And even tracking my sleep didn't really help, because it's like, what am I going to do? Like, try to sleep harder? Like, I already have a pretty good sleep hygiene. Like, I get in bed at the same time, basically 7 days a week. I don't drink caffeine before I go to bed. I don't drink alcohol. On the weekend, I'll have a beer too. But usually I don't drink alcohol. You know, our room is very dark. I've been doing the blackout drapes for years and years and years. You know, no TV in the bed. Like, so there isn't, like, yeah, other than just like, I just have to try to sleep harder. There's nothing I can change. So same thing, like if I wake up and I feel pretty good, and then it's like, oh, you only got 3 hours of quality sleep, then it's sort of like, oh, you know, so it didn't change my behavior. But I also kind of really like data. So, you know, with the Apple Watch, I can add apps that give me similar data. Definitely not in as user-friendly interface as with the Whoop band. I really like the user interface, but you know, so if I want to look at my sleep data or my heart rate variability, there's an app called Heart Watch that you can do, and it'll take measurements, I think, throughout the day on you, or you can specifically do a measurement. I think sometimes it might even pop up and say time to do a measurement, but it takes it off my watch. Or you can also do it with your finger, I think, on the camera if you don't have an Apple Watch. But it gives me similar data. So you can see here, this is my recharge level. I'm in the green zone. You can see what your average daily beats per heart rate is, what your sedentary heart rate is, what your sleep heart rate is. You can get your heart rate variability, you know, and it'll show it over time. Really hard, totally hard to see, but so you can get that information. It's also kind of funny because everyone gets a little avatar, and then like at the start of the day, your little avatar, again, sorry, I know it's hard to see, your little avatar is kind of like fat, and then like, and just in regular clothes, and then the more activity you do, then your avatar like gets skinnier and gets like a little Superman cape on when you've kind of achieved your fitness goals. So so that's one I use that gives me extra data if I want to go in and kind of pull that out. Honestly, I don't look at my sleep data that much, but sometimes I'll look at it like, okay, over the past week, and just see where we're at. And it's interesting too to see, like, in times of high stress, look at it and compare it to times of lower stress, and just to see what's going on. The app I use to track my activity now is that one I told you about. It's called Fitiv or Fitiv, and so it's nice because it has like GPS, and so it can map my running. Sorry, I'll stop showing you my phone screen, but you know, and it shows me like all my workouts, and then I can look at summary stuff. It shows me my heart rate range for the day, my resting heart rate, and I can look at it for the day, the week, the month, and the year. It shows me my heart rate variability. I can track my weight in here. It shows me my average time of sleep. You know, so it basically gives me all the information that I want when I run. It measures it with a GPS. It gives me my pace, my speed, all that stuff. So what I would love and what I'm waiting for and what I hope for every time there's an update is that Apple will come out with, or you know, a developer will come out with an Apple Watch app that is everything, you know, so it's a fitness tracker, it monitors your readiness, it can monitor your sleep, even if it, you know, was like MyFitnessPal, and you could monitor your nutrition in there, but something that kind of did it all. I like actually even just the activity app on your phone, you know, it gives you a measure of VO2 max. So if something had kind of all that information and then really made it easy to see your progress, and maybe even was a little bit gamified, like, hey, your VO2 max is up like 0.2 milliliters over last month, like keep going, or, you know, things like that. I think that would be really helpful. I'd love it. But we're not there yet. So those are the differences I found when I tested out the Whoop strap compared to the Apple Watch. I picked the Apple Watch. I've been very happy with it. Tell me in the comments again what you use, or if you've used something in the past that you really like or really have disliked, or if you've had experience with the Whoop strap, you know, what your opinion of it is. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. If you're subscribed, hit the bell. And oh, you know what else? If you missed the video last week where I pimped out an NHL Goalies workout, make sure you check that one out. We'll pop it in the end screen for you. How would that be? I will see you next time.